Hi, I'm Dele Olawanle of Dele and Co. Solicitors. Contact us for advice and representation and advocacy in all areas of immigration law. We take your case from the onset until the conclusion of the case. We provide a one-stop service and we provide advice and representation and advocacy.
Dele & Co. Solicitors. We're friendly, professional and cost-effective. A one-stop shop for immigration affairs as we take your case from the onset and represent you in court if necessary. Located at 659 Green Lanes, Haringey, London, N80QY. We're only 4 minutes walk from the Turnpike Lane tube station on the Piccadilly line. Call 0208 880 9393. That's 0208 880 9393 for more information.
Dele and Co. Solicitors. Legal advice you can rely on. Hello, viewers. Welcome to today's edition of the Legal Panorama. 2016 has been an interesting year. My name is Dele Olawanle of Dele and Co. Solicitors. I'm the principal solicitor. 2017 is even going to be a more exciting year because every day the immigration authorities they discover loopholes in the systems. They see where the roof is leaking and they try to plug it. And by making new laws, creating new legislations, and in doing so, they create more loopholes. So it is the duty of lawyers to see that they put the laws together and make it simple to act in the best interest of the client. I've been doing this program for the past 11 years, coming on several platforms, and it has been a deliverance pregnant program for immigrants both at home and abroad. We represent clients all over the world. We have clients contacting us from abroad when they have been given a right of appeal, whether they are looking for administrative review, whether they are looking for legal representation for their case. We do represent them and put the application in on their behalf. Now, this program came about after from my personal experience of dealing with the immigration authorities. I was once asked to be reporting at the police station and I did that for 8 years, and after reporting for 7 years, I was detained for 5 weeks, taken to the airport to be deported, and I'm still here. And so as a result of that, I have seen a lot of things happening in the system over the last few years. I've spent 26 years of my life here, but I spent at least 10 years of those years, 10 years or 11 years of those battling with the immigration authorities, and thankfully they had compassion on me and allowed me to stay in the United Kingdom. But whilst in detention in those days, I met a lot of people and I saw their plight. I saw their dilemma. I saw their the challenges that they are facing, what they have been going through, in that some of them found themselves in detention without knowing why they are there. Some of them were misled. Some of them were duped by some lawyers, and they found themselves there. Some of them were told that they had an outstanding application without anything being put in for them. So I made up my mind that once released from detention and once I finish my law degree and I become a solicitor, I will do this program, and I've been doing this program for over 11 years on a consistent basis. So if you are watching for the first time, it is important that you spread the news. Don't keep it to yourself alone. If it is good, spread the news. And if you have any contributions, do not hesitate to contact us and to let us know or if you need further inquiries or you need further information, you can book an appointment to see us. Call the number on the screen. You want to see me, I'll be available. I'm not invisible, and I'll always love meeting new people, fresh faces from all over countries. We represent clients from over 50 countries, whether you are from Uganda, Ghana, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and places like that, St. Lucia, and just name it. Malawi, South Africans, Kenyans, Sierra Leoneans, Liberians, Ghanaians. I'm just saying Happy New Year to you all, because I know that it's going to be a great time. And also, I want to thank you for your patronage over the years and for watching this program. Now, I just want to say today that the government has the right to control the influx of foreign nationals to their territory. So whenever you see the Home Secretary or the Secretary of State trying to change immigration laws and the rules and the regulations, people say, oh, they are bad, they are wicked people, but they have the right to do that because it's just like you. You have the right to prevent thieves from entering into your property, or someone that is not authorized from entering into your property. Same thing with the government. They have a right to do that. I remember I was in Nigeria, where I came from originally, and I learned that they were deporting some people from Asia. I laughed. I said, so there's immigration control in Nigeria, and the same thing in many other countries. So therefore, the fact that they are making laws does not mean that they are wicked, but they've got to control the economy, and they've got to control who comes in. They've got to know who is here. They've got to know, be able to keep a tab on the people that are living in their country. Also, this is a planned economy. They have to know how many people have access to the NHS, how many people are homeless, in terms of creating jobs and things like that. In terms of security, they need to know who is here. Now, if you want to stay here, then you have to abide by the law of the land. You have to follow some rules and regulations. You have duties, you have obligations to the state. Now, they cannot allow everyone that comes here to stay. So therefore, it becomes like the proverbial camel passing through the eye of the needle. You've got to regularize your stay. You've got to make yourself known to the authority that I am here. I want to be considered for leave to remain. How do you do that? Point number one, get legal advice. It is very, very important that you go and see a lawyer to advise you. Lawyers who knows what they are doing. Just as you have bad mechanics, you have bad lawyers, you have bad doctors. So therefore, make sure you get professional legal advice from people who knows what they are doing. If you get legal advice from one and you are not convinced, get legal advice from another lawyer and compare what they have said, whether you can rely on such advice. It is very, very important to know that you cannot just wake up one day and say you want to make an application unless you know that you will meet the requirements, or you have met the requirements, because you need to know. You may think that you met the requirements without being able to pay the fee, application fee, which could be costly. For example, if you are making an application for leave to remain, just as FP application, you'll be paying 1,311 as an individual. If you have a family of 4, that is 1,311 times 4, 811 for the Home Office application, and the immigration health surcharge, which is £500. That immigration health surcharge element is refundable if you don't succeed. But if your application is granted, then you will not get your money back. But who wants a refund anyway? You want your application to succeed, isn't it? So that is how it goes. So you need to get legal advice to know the when to make an application, how much is going to cost, the home office application fee, immigration health surcharge, and the lawyer's fee. You need to know. You also need to make sure that you tell the lawyer the truth. You don't lie to your lawyers because they will not know how to represent your best interest. They will not know how to make representation on your behalf if you lie to them. So make sure that when you go to see a lawyer, tell them the truth. They, I remember when I was in Nigeria, there used to be an advert on TV. The police is your friend. I don't know about that, but I can say confidently in the United Kingdom that the lawyers are your friend. They are there to act in your best interest. They are not working for the Home Office. So as a result of that, tell them your situation. Let them know if you have a criminal record, tell them. If you have a health condition, tell them. If you if you have a child, tell them. If you are married, tell them. If you have a relationship, tell them. If you are working, tell them. Now, what you think is not important may be very, very important. What you think is not important may be a case or winner. It may well be that you had been removed in the past and you came back into the United Kingdom. Make sure you tell your lawyer so that they can know how best to represent your interest. Another thing I want to mention is that I have seen that a lot of immigrants destroy their official documents. When some people get their pay slips, they destroy it because they don't want to be arrested by the immigration authority. But that is the evidence that you are contributing to the economy. That is the evidence that if you are granted leave to remain, you can work to make your contribution. So if you destroy it, you are destroying your evidence. If you destroy your utility bills, maybe like your BT bills, like your British gas bills, like your telephone bills, like your bank statement, you are destroying your evidence. Now, this is a country that keeps records. Now, if you want to make an application on the basis of long residence, that you have lived in the United Kingdom for at least 20 years, and you want to make an application for leave to remain in the United Kingdom, you will need to show the documentary proof that you have been here for 20 years for each year. Now, if you destroy your documents, you are destroying your evidence. You will not be able to prove that. And you cannot get letters, just get letters from people to say you have been here. No, they are not, those are not official documents, and anyone can write that. Anyone can get. So make sure you don't destroy your documents. Keep the evidence and to make sure that when you want to make an application, it is done. Another thing I have seen is the children's record. They are very important. When they give your daughter or your son or your children a good news card, well done, you are a good child. That trip to Bournemouth, that trip to Manchester, that means trip to Sloan Scale, all those letters from the head teacher, the award, school reports, all these are very, very important. They are crucial documents. They are birth certificates, they are red book or blue book, whatever it is. You need to keep these ones to support your application. It may well be that in this is how crucial your children's documents are. It may well be that you as a parent are careless. You have destroyed your documents, but the children cannot live on their own. So if you are able to prove that your children have been here and you are able to provide documentary evidence on a balance of probability, we can prove that you have been here because you are the mother of the child. You are the mother of the children. You are the father of the children. These children have been here. It is then agree. We will be then agree that you have been here. Your NHS card, if you have one, whether you have 2 or 3 NHS cards, don't forget that they will bear different dates. That grows to prove your P60s, your P45 if you had ever worked, your a certificate of training, whether you are in the care field, whether you are a cleaner, whether you work in the factory, whether you work as a computer, a guru, a computer expert, whatever. Keep those documents. You will need it to support your case. You cannot say, I swear, I have been here for 20 years. That will not be enough. You need to support, corroborate your assertion that you have lived there in the United Kingdom for many years with documentary evidence. Again, I want to say to you, if you are hoping to have your application granted, whether you have made an application and you are awaiting a decision, make sure that you abstain from criminal activities. Make sure you don't do anything criminal. Make sure you don't do anything to destroy the integrity of the system. Make sure you don't use false passports. Make sure you don't sell drugs. Make sure you don't fight and stab people. Make sure you don't commit murder. Make sure you don't do GBH or common assault. Make sure that you don't sell drugs. Make sure that you don't drink and drive. Make sure you don't drive without insurance or a driving license. Make sure you don't rob the bank or commit fraud. You understand? You abide by the rules, because if you are awaiting a decision on an application and you go and commit a criminal offense, you will jeopardize the chances of having your application granted. So therefore, the fact that you have made an application that is awaiting a decision does not mean that you can go and do something criminal. Now, if you do anything criminal and you are convicted, they check these things. They are linked. All the government departments are linked. They will see that you have committed a criminal offense and you cannot lie about it. Even if they don't detect it, if they've discovered that you lied in the future, they can revoke your leave. So I want you to be aware of that. And also, if you commit a criminal offense and you are sentenced to 12 months, a minimum of 12 months in prison, you are liable to automatic deportation from the United Kingdom on the basis that your presence in the United Kingdom is not conducive to public good. So be careful. Get away from criminal activities. And if you are yet to make an application, it is even worse. In that, when you make your application, they will ask you, have you committed a criminal offense? Have you been sentenced to court, this? You have to disclose it. Failure to disclose it is a ground for refusal. They can refuse your application on the basis that you did not make full disclosure and you are trying to deceive the authority. So it is very important that you abstain from criminal activities. Now, it is not only about you. You may have a partner. You may have your children. If your application is refused, theirs also will be refused. The fact that you have a child who was born in the United Kingdom and had lived here for 7 years brings you within the immigration rules. Or you brought a child in from abroad and the child is still under 18 and has lived there for 7 years, and that brings you also within the immigration rules. But that is not the end of it. You have to prove, just like the couples and partners, you have to prove that you're facing insurmountable obstacles to relocating abroad. But for people with children, you have to prove that it will be unreasonable to ask you to leave the United Kingdom with the child. Now, there is no definition of what is reasonable or what is unreasonable. It has to be through the legal representation made on your behalf. So the fact that you have a child who has lived there for 7 years does not mean you can make the application yourself. You need lawyers to make representation on your behalf, because they know the requirements of the law and the immigration rules. They know. So when you speak to a lawyer, he will be able to advise you. He will be able to make a proper legal representation on your behalf. He will be able to make representation on what is reasonable and what is not reasonable. So make sure you get proper legal advice. Make sure you get proper legal advice, and then get legal representation. And for people who made an application and the application in the past and the application was refused and they did not give you a right of appeal, it does not mean that that is the end of the road. It does not mean that that is the end. You can see a lawyer to advise you. And if you are given a right of appeal, don't just fill the form and send it. Get a lawyer to advise you what are the merits of the case. Should you appeal against the decision, or should you make a fresh application? It is very, very important to get all these facts. Know these things. Get an experienced lawyer to represent you. If you are interested in Dele & Co. solicitors representing you, we are here. We give legal advice that you can rely on. A lot of you call the office and say, I want to see that man on television. Okay, I want to see you too. So I look forward to welcoming you to Dele & Co. solicitors. It's always a pleasure to meet new clients, to meet new people, to meet new friends from other countries. We represent clients in this country from over 50 countries. I like to see new faces. I like to know the culture of other people, the history. I like to talk and to get to know what life is in that part of the world. So it will be interesting to see us, to see you. We provide a one-stop service. We can take your case, make an application for you. If it is granted, glory. If it is not granted, then we decide what is next. If you are granted the right of appeal, we can do the appeal and represent you. And I argue all the cases in this office except when I'm case tied. If you want to use our services, the number on the screen is there for you. Call them. They will book an appointment for you. Let me warn you, there is a consultation fee to be paid. Even if you are my dear wife, you will have to pay consultation fee. So don't get put off by that. It is better to pay a consultation fee than to go and waste thousands of pounds on a case that has little or no merit. Join us. Follow, like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter, and also follow me on Twitter at the Olawanle. And then I look forward to seeing you. And Legal Panorama is the best place to be. If you have enjoyed this program, tell your friends, even tell your enemies. 2017 is going to be an exciting year. We look forward to continue to provide the best legal representation for our clients. Thank you for watching. Don't change the dial. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning into The Legal Panorama, presented by Dele Olawanle of Dele & Co. Solicitors. Talk to Dele & Co. Solicitors. We can professionally help you in the following areas: obtaining and/or extending your visa, asylum, humanitarian protection and discretionary leave, application for overstayers, immigration and asylum appeals, judicial review at the High Court, Tier 1 to 5 under the point system, including post-study work, fiancé visas, settlement applications, indefinite leave to remain, ILR, neutralisation, citizenship, entry clearance and appeal against visa refusals abroad, reconsideration of visa refusals abroad. In addition, we do other areas of law like family, traffic offences, employment, civil and criminal litigation and advocacy. If you need legal advice, call Dele & Co. Solicitors now on 0208 880 9393 or visit our website www.delsolicitors.co.uk. Dele & Co. Solicitors, legal advice you can rely on.
From one of the best authors, Dele Olawanle, comes 5 empowering new books.
Hello friends, I'm Dele Olawanle. If there's any word I have for you today, it is simple. Read to lead. Read to lead. Readers are leaders. Over the years, I've written several books that have changed and transformed lives beyond their widest imagination. My first book, Discover Your Purpose, is simply saying that if you discover who you are, all hell will break loose. You'll be able to fulfill your destiny. And the second book says, prayer is not the answer. Now, as a pastor, some of you know me as a pastor, some of you know me as a lawyer, but a lot of people are praying without a corresponding action on their part. And if you only pray without playing your part, failure is guaranteed. Prayer is not the answer. It's to challenge you to pray and to work hard and to become an influencer of generation. The third book, Add Value, is saying to you simply that, look, if you add value to your life, there is no barrier to success. Now, people come to me from over 52 countries to instruct me as a lawyer. Why? Because I added value to my life. Irrespective of your gender, your color, your nationality, your ethnic origin, if you have what people want, when you add value, they will come to you, they will patronize you. And the fourth book says, if you have everything and you don't have good character, all hell will break loose. Denied by character also will change your life. The latest blockbuster, forwarded by Pastor Kumoyi of Deeper Life, is saying to you that, look, there are patterns to failure, there are patterns to success. So if you break the pattern of failure in this book, breaking the pattern of failure, your life will be transformed and then you will be a winner. I want you to understand that revelation liberates, knowledge delivers. Go on and make it, and I'll see you at the top.
All these books available as Kindle edition or paperback and are available at Amazon, Waterstones, and all other good bookstores. Visit online at PastorDele.com or you can call 07535 659 032. 5 empowering new books by Dele Olawanle. Get your copy today.